All right, welcome to day 11. Okay, so just like building arm muscles, every artist needs to build muscle memory. Muscle memory is the ability to reproduce a particular movement without conscious thought, acquired as the result of frequent repetition of that movement. And this is why it looks so effortless when athletes perform at the highest level. The same concept applies to artists. So artists are not just born with the ability to draw a perfect line. They have to build up their muscle memory to draw that perfect line from doing it over and over and over again, okay? You can practice more muscle memory exercise on your own as you do this book, but I wanted to give you at least one or two in this book. You know, this is something that just builds up over time. Don't skip ahead of these simple exercises because you must build up muscle memory in order to draw lines that you want to draw without thinking about it. See how serious he is? I guess that's supposed to be me. But first, let's finish yesterday's cognitive drawing page, okay? Let's see how you do at drawing the flexed arm again. Try it from memory, and you can look at the references if you need to get a refresher. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to cover up these, and let's just see if I can remember this. No pressure. I remember there was this interesting thing. This was pretty big. Kind of shape was more of a triangle shape. This came down. And then what? It just kind of got really big. There was this thing. Let's see, this shape went down. More like that. Man, you guys who have the book have so much better paper than I'm using. I'm jealous. Unless you printed it out on printer paper, then I'm in the same boat as you. I know that was my problem before, was kind of going in. Okay, let's see. How do we do? Yeah, it's pretty good. Most of the stuff, most of the things that I was struggling with have kind of been resolved. A lot of them. Interesting. Okay, we did it, guys. We did our sleep on it. Okay, so now that we did that, let's work on some muscle memory. Just practice drawing the same line over and over until you have hundreds of similar looking lines. Some of those lines focus on how hard you press, and some are all about making a nice curved or straight line. Try your best to continue the pattern all the way across the frame. Notice the curve and lighter pressure applied at the ends of the lines. Right? Lighter, darker. And this stuff, you just get better at it. The more you do it, pretty soon your lines are going to be so beautiful that people will be like, wow, you have really been drawing a lot of lines. But this kind of stuff is great for, just getting your drawing to another level that people don't quite understand how your drawings look so much better. But the more control you have over your muscle memory by doing this kind of stuff, the better and better your work will look subconsciously to everybody, and they won't know why, but you will know why. It's because you have built up the muscle memory. I'm not even doing a very good job of this. My hand is rubbing against the wood, making a weird noise. Okay, just like that, guys. So I'm not going to do all these, but I will let you guys do the rest of this page. Just like this. We're just continuing to do this over and over, over, over. Whether it's this or whether it's this. Oh, now you can't see anything I'm doing. Whether it's this muscle memory. We're building up that muscle memory. It's not a waste of time, guys. This stuff gets you better and better. No one will know why you draw so much better. It'll be because of things like this. So, good job. Is your hand cramping now? That's good. Let's take a short break, and then you can finish the day with a cognitive drawing exercise on the next page. Okay? I know this is a lot. If you guys are tired already and burnt out and feeling the pressure, you can even stop right here for the day if you want. But if not, let's keep going. Now we have the model here. We also have a drawing of this model, exact drawing of it, with more simplified lines. So you're welcome to use either one in your reference. And another thing I want to mention is if thinking of this whole arm is a little too much for you to do all in one shot, what you can do is focus on one part of the arm at a time and go through the whole lesson with just one part, and then go through the whole lesson with the second part, each panel at a time. Okay, I think that's really important because it's good to break it down to as small of a part as you need. First thing we're going to do is just look at this picture and go, okay, he's twisting his arm. I kind of understand what's going on, but I don't know if I'll be able to do this from memory. And so let's give it a shot. So I know that shoulders like this. Here's the elbow, so that's helpful. And this is obviously under the armpit. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. All right, let's see how it looks comparatively. Oh, so this is interesting. This part under the armpit is a lot different than what I did. Sometimes I have a trouble with how this connects, as you can see right here. So I got the forearm pretty good though. I think there's a little bit of a thing in there. Okay, well, I'll just keep going, and then I'll work on the one from reference now. Let me just erase these circles. Okay. I'm going to start with the part that I know. Just add this little detail that I missed. I say the part that I know, but I'm kind of stumbling around on it. This camera is in my way. At least you guys don't have to draw with a camera. But if you guys are actually willing to record yourself doing this and you send me a link to it, I would love to post clips of your progress, your videos doing this on my YouTube channel. Okay, so we have this collarbone, so that's a nice hint. It's going to keep going, poke out a little bit, and then the shoulder comes off of that. I totally didn't get that at all. And this kind of comes down, and it has this neat little shape that I like that shape. I don't always have it down though. Then there's that armpit fat. It cuts right down into there. Instead of bulging out like I drew it here, it actually goes the other direction. Okay, that's pretty good. There's still some things I'm kind of wrestling with. This is such an awkward pose having it twisted like that, which is nice to have this to work with because it's an awkward pose. It's not every day you draw arm twisting. Okay, let's see if I can remember some of this stuff now. Now we're doing it from memory. Okay, so first thing I want to think about is this collarbone collarbone that comes out first, and then the shoulder comes off of that. I'm going to just draw this first. There's that elbow. And remember the bulge is down lower. And then it kind of comes up. See, I'm having trouble remembering that, how that bicep goes. And I know it kind of goes like that more. I feel like this needs to go up a little higher. Okay. It's pretty close. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, okay. So there's a little bit, this here actually curves around. So at this stage, I like to suggest if you want to clean up some of your memory drawings after you've done them, you know, by all means, go ahead if there's some little things you see once you reveal the reference. Because it's always nice to, you know, connect those dots as soon as you see them. You know, next time you draw it, you might not remember those little things that you noticed. Okay, we've got some of these shapes right. Oh, I forgot this little muscle. This little fat bulge under his arm. So there's this kind of shape, fat bulge. And then this is wrong too. It's more like that. Okay, so let me just draw it again from reference now. And this is a good pose to study because it's difficult. I'm kind of like doing this without looking at the reference. I'm finding myself not needing to look very closely for some of it. Other parts, not so much. And then it comes off. There's that bulge under the armpit. And then right from that same place. Oh man, I moved that arm way out compared to my last drawing. Yeah, there's a lot more space here than here. I'll just say that it's a different body shape than this guy's. All right, well, it's getting better. My understanding of it is getting better as I do it. Let me do this one more time without looking at the reference. I feel like that's way too stretched out again. Now I can't remember how that under armpit bulge goes. Well, focus on the things I do remember. Okay, close. Man. I was getting this line confused going up into there, but it's not. It's lower. Okay. Well, I'm going to just fix that real quick. It's actually quite a bit lower. But this here keeps getting wider and like further and further out. But I really enjoy how this shape looks. It kind of, how it gets wider. It's narrow here, and it widens out, kind of opposite of what it normally does. And then this goes kind of the other way. It's just a neat shape. All right, well, I know I got a lot out of this lesson because this is a very unusual pose for me to draw. I usually have to get reference when I do some weird twisted pose, and so it's nice for me to actually study this kind of stuff. So I'm really curious how the sleep on it is going to go tomorrow when I try to recall all this stuff. Well, I hope you have a good time doing this lesson, and I'll see you in day 12.